Hello and welcome to Wikipedia Weekly Network. Here, where Albin Larsson and I, Jan Ainali, are editing Wikidata Live. Hi, Albin. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well as well, even though we have a heat wave here in the Netherlands again. So it's 33 something today. How's your
And
weather?
no, it's pretty good. We have had a few heat waves, but we are back at normal,
Ah,
I would
all
say.
right.
Speaking of heat waves, how was Wikimania for you?
Well, in actual temperature, not so hot. I think it was decent, especially the venue was really good.
The venue was really good, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, but as in what happened, it was some heat at Wikimania, I would say.
Oh, indeed, I agree.
Yes. And that's sort of like the topic, the theme we want to do today. We want to look back a little bit at Wikimania, in particular with a Wikidata focus on it. And then
Yeah.
probably we'll get to edit a little bit as well. But I guess we'll start with the Wikimania experience. How did you find it? We were both at Wikimania in Paris this year. How did you find it in general?
I love Wikimania, but I am there for the people. There are plenty of great sessions, but I'm there for the discussions in the corridor and stuff like that. Also, Wikimania is not an event. I've never been able to do it, or maybe when I was 16. But like, it's a lot of days, especially if you count the pre-conferences as well. So I was really smart this year. I took a little bit of a local vacation before Wikimania because afterwards you're really tired. And then during Wikimania, I also took a break one of the days.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm starting to learn
I, I,
from
I,
past
I, I
mistakes.
I didn't learn. I didn't take a break. But on the other hand, I tried to take fairly early evenings. And where there was no, unusually, any physical schedule at the venue. So you really had to have this handy somewhere.
Yeah.
And there were also some updates during the conference. So I guess that sort of made sense then. So in the schedule here, we have the days. You can see them up here, and if you click them, you will scroll down. But really, it's just one super long page. But even so, it's also a very, you can scroll sideways. So I think there were like 9 real parallel rooms, and then we had the loft and other places. So potentially 11
Yeah.
spaces to hang out in, and 9 that there were like almost always sessions in. So there was, even if you were there, you can have this real sense of fear of missing out because there might be several good talks at the same time. Where do you want to dive in first?
Yeah, I thought we could start with the pre-conferences.
Mm-hmm.
We were both at pre-conferences. Were we at the same ones?
I went to the Commons one. Which one were you on?
I was at the AI one and a little bit on the climate one.
All right. So did did the AI have anything to do with Wikidata in worth mentioning?
I think was a general theme at Wikimania which I think Wikidata came in, in various ways. You see declining readership and things like that, and you see Wikidata as a little bit of no, not really, or like the number of editors. It's like a different
Mm-hmm.
audience.
Mm-hmm.
So it came into some of the like bigger questions around Wikimania,
Yep.
which I think is a theme for all of the program.
Yes.
But
Yes.
not any particular things that rings a bell.
No. And the same with the Wikimedia Commons pre-conference. It was really focused on photographers. So it was uh,
In German.
I no, well, there was a lot of Germans there, uh, but it wasn't really, not even focused on structured data on commons. It was really about the the photo experience of it. That was
Yeah,
the most of it. Then I missed the afternoon because in the afternoon I went to another offsite pre-conference about AI, which also didn't talk about Wikidata.
that's really interesting. That like Wikidata is not talked too much about in the specific AI ones.
No, that is interesting.
On to
Then
day
we
one.
then on to day one, and and we should also mention that oh, not here that I think this was prepared by Wikimedia Deutschland. They prepared a schedule with just the Wikidata related sessions, but I think they missed a few ones in here still. So, but there are some, and of course one about the Wikidata MCP. Did you go to that one?
I didn't, but I played quite a bit with it. So
Ah, so that was basically, I guess, an introduction to that. Uh, and then what else did we have on the first day? It seems like I remembered being in something. Maybe there was nothing the first day. No, not really. And nothing really in the Wikimedians of the year were Wikidata related either.
no. But then
Uh,
we come straight to something you were in.
yes, I had this talk about tabular data versus structured data, uh, meaning there was a great comment from the from the audience that tabular data is also structured in a sense, but what we meant here was uh, tabular data in the data namespace on Wikimedia Commons as another way of storing data compared to Wikidata. Uh, and this one was a little bit looking back to why are we where we are? What problems have we had with trying to store a lot of content on one item? And we had some ideas on how to move forward. They are trade offs, they're not, or workarounds, not true solutions of the things that we talked about here, even though Galder had some more ambitious ideas than what I had. And Sandra had a great uh, time facilitating this chat because there were so many questions from the audience and the chat to us, and of course we had Lydia Pincher, portfolio lead from there. What
And in
did you
particular,
see this talk or?
I haven't. I talked
Ah,
to everyone afterwards, but I was
yes.
completely knocked out from the evening before.
Ah, yes.
Um, so I'm curious, were there any like particular questions from the audience that stuck with you?
Not in particular. I think what stuck with me both from the audience and from the other people here is that we do have a problem and we need something to solve this because there's a lot of opportunities both in
Yeah.
being able to store more and also being able to visualize more. Uh, but there wasn't any particular that there were some suggestions of other open source tools to collaborate with um, in terms of visualization and perhaps even
Okay.
storing things or editing things in the data namespace. Uh, but yeah, it's a little bit of a uh, we need more than we have.
Yeah.
Yes. Uh,
And just to the people that want to see this session, if you go to the page here, click
yes.
it, there will be a link to the session recording at the top.
Yes, they added it over here. in the top. And for now, everything lives still on Eventyay. They will, if I understand it correctly, also migrate things to the Wikimania wiki. So there will be session pages there, and then also, of course, everything will be uploaded to Wikimedia Commons, and then will be proper links and archiving of the Etherpads that were used in some sessions.
And if you scroll down here, Jan, there's also, not in every case, but for example, in this case, you find a link to the slides as well.
Yes. We were all encouraged, all speakers were encouraged to upload the slides at the 19th of July as at latest, and then you could update them, but yes, they should be there. This link goes to, I think, to Google Slides, but for this session, they're also parallel uploaded to Wikimedia Commons. So
Nice.
there's, yes, if you don't want to go to Google.
As
We
tabular
haven't linked
data.
them from this. Yes. No, not as tabular, as a PDF, just as
it
a
would
PDF.
be fun.
Yes. What else did we have on the first day here? I watched this session afterwards. This is kind of related, the structured data on Wikimedia Commons, which I thought was a great overview, a little bit similar to how we are usually doing things, like showcasing
Show and
tools.
tell.
Yes. So he was actually doing some edits and showing how to do, and he had set up a user page with this is how you install my user scripts kind of things. So it was very, very nice. So do watch that one. I can highly recommend it. And it's not that long either. This one was, maybe it was a full hour. All right, yes. It didn't feel like a full hour. That's a good, that's a good thing.
And the next thing I think was the lunch meetup.
Ooh, yes. That was quite a lot of people in that lunch meetup.
And there was a packed set of meetups as well. It was like,
yes,
it wasn't obvious which one you should go to.
No.
But we were both at the Wikidata meetup.
Mm-hmm. And there were some stickers handed out and a lot of questions. It was almost like it was a session of Ask Me Anything, but Lydia was in the hot seat.
Yes.
And there were some tricky questions, but it wasn't so much of well, we went around. Everybody who was there introduced themselves and what they did, so you got to know a few people, but there was not much talk in between each other, I think, in this
No,
meetup.
not really. It was very much a Q&A type of thing.
Yes.
Or at least that is how it turned out.
Yes. They haven't all been like that, and not all meetups were like that, but this one just happened to be.
Yeah. And it might be easy when you're that many people. As we said, it was quite popular. And Wikimedia Deutschland had a lot of staff there. I don't think Wikimedia Foundation had any staff. At least they didn't at least advertise it, so to say.
No.
But there were plenty of people from Wikimedia Deutschland there.
Yes. So we could get some answers on questions as well, which might have encouraged people to ask questions.
Yeah. There was a lot of questions about the query service in particular. We are getting like a new one based on QLever, and people had questions and concerns about that. And I think we got good answers. Then there was a little bit of discussion about the notability policy and the mass editing policy, RFCs.
Yep.
Which are a little bit more. There was a little bit more tension around those two, I think.
I mean, it reflects what's the tension that is on Wiki as well.
It's like
these are not easy questions, and there's not really any easy answers in sight.
No,
Uh, so
I
so
think
that's yeah.
so from my point of view, I hope we will see quite a few more rounds before
Hmm.
those are settled.
Yeah.
There is no need to push those through, so to say.
No, not really. And then I think this one was mostly for Wikimedia Commons. This is SVG things, so
Yeah,
that
so
was
the
also
tabular data once again.
not even that. I think.
Oh,
I think this are like interactive
pre-generated.
SVG. Yes,
Ah,
pre-generated things. Then we had the editing Wikidata with Paulina. I didn't go to that one, but I have seen other talks with Paulina. Did you go to this one?
I didn't go to it, but I highly recommend checking out the slides. The slides
Mm-hmm.
are as beautiful as the tool itself.
Yes.
Um,
Have a nice
so
graphic
they
design.
are also like visually appealing to look at.
Yes.
And I think at some point we probably need to play with the tool here at the channel.
Yes. Yes, I
Um,
think. And also go ahead and look a little bit at the modeling in behind it because they are sort of refining, creating, setting culturalizing the data model for copyright statuses around the world,
yeah,
which basically is what Paulina does. It shows you public domain works in various ways.
yeah, but nowadays it lets you do quite a bit of edits as well and find things that
Oh,
might be wrong and
all
stuff like
right.
that. So it's really quite powerful nowadays.
Yes. Oh, and my here also says reduce the confusion around the tons of SVGs being uploaded. Yes, because there's a lot of SVGs being uploaded, and what might be seem weird is that there's like you upload an SVG year per year for some things, which then makes it possible for the gadget to make interactivity. But there's one SVG per year, which means that
Oh,
you can have like 100 SVGs for basically one thing. So that's also definitely a hack, but a hack that works.
that's interesting because there are also incredible like SVG demos with embedded JavaScript that you
Yes.
can not run on the file page, but run if you open the page itself.
Yep.
That are scary good.
All right. And
Let's see.
what
We are
do
now
we
at
have
the
more?
we are now at the Friday.
Yes. Do a little cheat sheet here. There were poster sessions, of course.
Lots of Wikidata posters.
There were lots of Wikidata posters.
Maybe like one of the most popular topics was Wikidata on
Yeah.
posters. Didn't take a lot of space in the program, I think, but when it came to the posters, there was a lot of Wikidata.
Yes. And it might be worth mentioning that posters, even though there was like one poster session in the program, the posters were always up and they were placed basically around the area where people were mingling and having their coffee breaks anyway. So it was quite natural to just check them out. Uh, we had this big keynote on bridging institutions, Wikidata, and generative AI, which I think had the potential of touching on Wikidata, but it turned out they didn't really talk a lot about Wikidata in the session. It was more general, a little bit like what you mentioned before, the potential threat from people not coming to our sites, staying in chats and doing something. What should we do? I think that was more the tension or the what this session was about. Did you see this one?
I did see that one, and yeah, I didn't see a lot about Wikidata in it, and it was quite abstract, so to say.
Yeah, yeah,
A
high
lot a
level.
lot of the things about AI and the user base and so on to me was very much. It's really hard to turn that into something actionable.
Yeah.
They are still very, very abstract to me, the conversations.
Yes. And yes, quite abstract, but not so much talk in that session about the abstract Wikipedia. However, at the same time, there was this making indigenous languages ready for wiki functions, which I haven't seen that one. I want to see that one. Did you see that one later?
No, I haven't.
I just let's check here so we don't speculate all too much. But I imagine this is going to show you the workflow from working with lexemes, then setting up your wiki function to work, and then get it to abstract Wikipedia, which is sort of a very interesting workflow. There were a few sessions on this theme in the program. I went
Yeah.
to other similar talks on this. We'll get to soon. Yes, because right after that, we had this from abstract content to concrete text with Wikidata lexeme with Mahir, who I think is in the chat here. This one was a really nice way to show how you can work with lexemes in multiple ways, and beautiful slides using I forgot the framework. I used the framework myself, but
Oh, yes. The one that runs in your browser.
yes.
That one, yeah.
So also allowing HTML and links and stuff like that. So it was great. Reveal.js, that's the name. Yes, thank you. I can recommend that open source framework if you wanted to make beautiful slides. But also here, how talking about how we can improve lexemes to make them all more useful, because as Mahir was showing, is that we can sort of figure things out through languages and connections. So even if we don't have like the perfect one-to-one from a Wikidata item and a lexeme in one language, if it's a compound word, maybe we can find what's the meaning of these in another language and find our ways through. So I think this is very interesting way of thinking about all the nuances you can add to Wikidata lexemes to capture and be able to express even more.
Were there like any discussion about like modeling we don't have yet that would be really useful for
No,
to
it
document
wasn't
this
in
type of thing?
this session, I think. It was really practical in what we can do with what we have now,
Right.
and also serving people work lists of, because this was also a workshop, so we got our possibility to do some editing. And then Mahir also sent out afterwards, which was really nice, a little bit of follow-up links to people. So here are more things you can work on.
Right. This is something I couldn't be there, but this is something I really would like to spend some time on. And maybe we
Yes,
should do something here on the channel.
I think we should. Yes,
Yeah.
and these are also worth checking out, the lexemes, because they were sort of like self-explanatory. I had them on my computer, watching them since they were online. Yes, there were slides. There's a wiki page and an Etherpad. So yes, there's,
Now,
and I think this one also recorded. Most sessions were recorded, not the meetups though. So you can check out many other things. What else did we have? Nothing there in the evening. There were no coolest projects that were Wikidata related that I can remember.
no, not the projects.
Wikishoot.me were a nominee, which is kind of using Wikidata.
But that was in the tools one, or was it in the projects one?
I think that one was in the coolest projects.
Okay.
It was on the top 10, at least.
Okay.
Well, what else did we have? Well, we had this workshop of abstract Wikipedia proper as well. uh, editing and working there. Suffered a little bit that the Wi-Fi was down the first 10 minutes because it was really
Oh,
meant to be a workshop, but it came back up and we could work. I think this one is Wikidata related because it of course relies on lexemes and connections from the lexemes to Wikidata concepts for functions to be able to build uh, abstract Wikipedia articles. But I think what's nice now is we're getting to a little bit of enough of a starting set block functions, if you want to call it like that. So you can actually more or less create an abstract article, a tiny one, but without even getting to the Wikidata stuff. You can spend your time at wiki function or abstract Wikipedia just building things, and eventually that will be even more. Nowadays, now you sometimes, oh no, this didn't render for Swedish. I have to go fiddle a little bit on wiki functions to get the grammar correctly for because Swedish is a weird language. All languages are, but weird in another way.
yes. All languages are weird in different ways.
Yes. But it was nice to see that it, it it was possible to work, and I think some people did like paragraph long articles during this session.
That's cool. That's kind of
Yeah.
what I want to make. I would be
Yes.
happy if I can do one paragraph.
Uh, was there anything of the coolest tools that were Wikidata related
Yes.
this year?
It was the Lexeme editing one
It's not listed here. All right.
that was made within the. So all of the
The Lexica.
AdWords was exactly. So all of the tools this year was Wikimedia Foundation efforts,
Oh, yeah.
one way or another.
Uh huh.
But this one, the Lexeme one, was through the Wikidata partnership agreement they have with Wikimedia Indonesia, I think.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Um, I haven't actually got the tool to work myself, but I would like to play with it. It looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a Firefox thing.
Maybe it is. Yes. And then on Saturday next, then we had some. Or are we already there? Well, here's another one. I think that was a workshop with Polyloom, political data and politicians. Uh, it's a quite interesting tool looking at Wikipedia articles and trying to suggest Wikidata edits from that to, and in particular in the topic space of politicians. So they have sort of being able to narrow it down. I find it, and maybe I'm not the target group, or maybe I don't know, because I've been editing so many politicians. I always run into like, oh, I really want to capture the nuance, but this tool sort of like takes the basic things, and I always hesitate. Do I want to add it here with this tool now? Then I have to flip over to the Wikidata site to add the qualifiers anyway that I think it needs.
Ah,
Uh, but it has a
I,
lot of potential.
yeah, exactly. I was gonna say that the concept is really really interesting,
Yeah,
and it might make sense to like scale it beyond it. I don't think this particular team will do that, but someone should take that idea and try to apply it like on all of Wikidata and all of Wikipedia. It could be very interesting.
yeah. And even if you do it per topic space to sort of keep the suggestions of the what you model easier. Like if you want to do this with taxons, or if you want to do this with geographical places,
Yeah.
or
I mean, it would
sports
be very
people.
cool if like the community could create like the underlying rules
Yes,
and
yes.
suggestions to, so that a wiki project can set up their own like topic space and
Hmm.
stuff like that.
Like a cradle for this.
Yes, a little bit like that.
Hmm. I missed this one, and I haven't been able to see it. Your favorite Wikidata templates in action. Have you seen it yet?
I haven't, but I was wondering, what is your favorite Wikidata template?
I well, for me, I think my favorite Wikidata template is the biography info box on Swedish Wikipedia because that's the one that is seeing a lot of use. It has
Oh,
acceptance by the community, and a lot of the people who are good at templates and Lua modules on Swedish Wikipedia are happy to improve them when we run into corner cases. So that's sort of my favorite. It sort of has huge local support. Do you have a favorite Wikidata template?
I was, as I asked the question, I thought like, this isn't a good question because I have no good answer to it. Uh, um, there is
That's
something
all
I
right.
really like about Wikidata, and it's like the SparkQL examples that behind the
Mm.
scenes are just a template. It
Mm-hmm.
isn't. I don't think it's a Wikidata template in this sense, but it's just a system and an approach I really like.
Uh, I mean, it's a template on Wikidata using
Exactly.
Wikidata. So
Hmm.
if that doesn't qualify, I don't know.
Uh, in the unpopular opinions, or
Mm-hmm.
the actually quite popular opinions, usually,
Yes.
was there anything Wikidata there?
I don't remember any particular Wikidata.
Neither
There were like
did do
new,
I.
more like new projects
Yeah,
than, yeah.
more new projects. And I don't think there was a lot of Wikidata because I wrote the notes, which I
Yeah.
should have remembered.
Yes. And maybe that was it. Let's check back on this one to see if there was anything more. Adding sources to Wikidata statements. That was also a workshop. I did not attend that one.
Oh, we got a really good template in the chat as well. Going back to the last topic,
All right.
the Wikidata info box on Wikimedia Commons. That's a really good one.
That's
I
also
really
one
like
with
that
a
one,
lot of support.
and it just adds so much context to categories. Mm.
Ooh, yes, and I missed here that you shared a link in our little chat when we were
Oh, I
talking
thought we
about it.
might look at that later on
Yes,
here.
and now I took the wrong one. I took my own link.
I thought we would move on to the posters,
Yes,
so that's what I shared.
yes, and I am lousy with tabs right now. I'll open them in the wrong. There we go. So this was this made at the jam at the Fringe?
I think this was made at the Fringe. Um,
So let's see if it can load. I think the framework existed, but
yes.
someone loaded the posters. Uh, and how can we explain this? This is sort of like a big uh, canvas where you can do stuff on.
Yeah, and I think
Uh,
something they did at the Fringe was that they built like an import function for Wikimedia Commons,
oh,
and then they imported the category of the various posters. And I think this is a really nice view of,
yeah,
here are all the posters. They're really nice to explore. We're kind of missing this type of interfaces on Wikimedia Commons where you can like get an overview and the sense of browsing and discovery.
yeah, and especially in this beautiful and interactive way. Now I'm just browsing, but you can also zoom in, and if you click one, it'll jump to it.
Yes, and then you have those arrow keys in the pop-up, and you should be able to jump to the next
Aha!
poster and so on.
I can't. It feels a little bit. Click left, but it goes right. That seems odd.
Yeah, I think there is like an order, and that order is like
Ah,
a
yeah.
S shape.
Ah, that's it. Yes. And here we also see, well, we can't see it right now. If I spotlight myself, perhaps. Can I do that?
Oh, we can see it a little bit behind you.
There.
Yeah.
That's the same.
Yeah.
That was over here. And also on commons. All right. Did you have any other about the posters?
There are a couple of Wikidata ones.
Something you want to zoom in on?
You are asking a good question. I think there was one about Wikidata, scaling Wikidata. That was very much like, I think it was actually from Wikimedia Deutschland, but it was very interesting because it is one of the topics that, there we go, building a
That one.
sustainable and scalable Wikidata.
Yes.
Because this was just a topic that was in the air throughout the conference.
Yes. Can I? No, I cannot scroll it when I'm clicked on it. If I click off, I can scroll. Oh, that was weird. Yes, this one was in I mean, infrastructure in general, also about commons, was mentioned on this conference. I think my internet is a little bit slow because it's so blurry for me right now.
Maybe it's
Blurry.
because you're slightly too zoomed out or something like that.
Yep,
think
in the
it's,
middle
yeah.
somewhere. Yes. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the overview of the conference as through the schedule and the lens of being there and what you can watch. Everything is already watchable on YouTube right now. So if you want, you have, I don't know how many hours it can be. It's like
Oh,
uh,
5
let's say,
days times 11 ish, times 9.
yeah, something like that. Is maybe like 200 hours at least of things to watch. So you can really go nuts. Of course, some of the workshops that are actually workshops, you might just like need to watch the first 10-15 minutes and then you can edit along yourself and it gets a little bit chaotic in the stream. So bear that in mind that you might want to have the scroll button for the videos as well. All right. Do we want to take a little bit look of on Wikidata as well then?
Yes.
Like proper.
We can't be here without a little bit of Wikidata.
Yes. We start
We
with the
need our data.
item. Yes. We're starting with the item for Wikimania 2026. Now, I think this one is probably quite well modeled already.
I better hope so.
Yes. But let's see if we can see something here. We have the instance of. This is, yeah, and we have a logo.
What do you think about the second instance of? Shouldn't that be like interfered from the first one?
I think rather that this one is not needed because it comes with a series later down. So I think this one is probably a bit redundant.
Okay. Yeah.
But I also think that all the Wikimanias has this. So
I mean consistency.
Yeah, it's also good. But maybe that is if is there a wiki project for events? Oh, we should have one for that, especially
that's a good question.
recurring events, because always hesitate when editing that. I think this is a nice image. It's hard to capture an event, but the group photo, I think that's decent. If you're clicking on this, beware that the full resolution is 67 megabyte. So it will take you some time if you're actually clicking on it. You can zoom in and see everyone who is in the picture and also read what's on their t-shirts. We have a video. We don't have
That's the
so many
announcement
items.
video.
Yeah. You had some tips about recap videos. Is that the
Yes,
Wikimania YouTube channel has some
yes,
recap
it's
videos?
on the Wikimania YouTube channel. That's a good point.
I
They have
think
like daily recaps.
yeah, and I think they also uploaded one to. Maybe we should try to hunt that one down because I think that one would make sense too. So this one is on Wikimedia Commons. There's probably like a Wikimania videos. And let's see what we have here. Not too many yet here. That's where we came from, but I think this one is full recap.
Oh,
Yes. So this is just a 1 minute, but it's like from all of those collected into one. So I think we should add this one.
okay. It's more of a recap of the conference itself and the
Yes.
vibes rather than the days.
Yes. So let's add this one. But then the question is, do we need some good qualifiers for this? Do you have any suggestions? Maybe this one should have applies to part announcement or something, or has role.
Oh, has
Or should we
role is
make
an
this?
interesting one.
Or should we
I was
make this
thinking
one
about
preferred?
like modeling the subjects, but it's a little bit overused, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Should this one be preferred? Maybe not.
oh, that's a really good. So I think there is like similarly to the announcement one, but they had like because I imagine the announcement one is from last year
Oh, that's a good question to check.
and
Let's
not like
see.
the welcome with video, so to say, because
Mm,
that one might be better in general.
this one is, yeah, this one is from 2025.
Exactly. So they had this really nicely made welcome video.
Did we
That is
see
probably
that
a
one?
better fit than announcement.
This is the scholarships orientation. Paris opening video. Ooh, was this the
That
one, the
one, yeah,
official one? Ooh, we
yeah.
should add this one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right.
Maybe this is the only one that should be there.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I mean, the recap is nice, but this is, of course, this is tricky because it's the same as with images. Like you could add a lot, but
Yeah.
really you only want one, and then you have a link to the category, and you can go. Should I add this one and remove this one?
That would be my opinion, but
All
not
right.
necessarily. My opinion is not necessarily the best
I
one.
think I agree with you on
Okay,
this. So
then we have
let's yeah.
consensus within this
Yeah.
corner.
And I'll add an edit sum here. So this is a little user script, or is it a gadget? I don't remember. But
I
if you
think it's
click
user script.
and yeah, and if you enable this one, you'll see now that when I do this edit, I'll get a little pop-up that I can also add an explanation to why I'm removing this. So here, this comes. Otherwise, in Wikidata, we don't have this edit summaries so accessible. Basically, it's only when you do undo you get to see them in the regular interface, I think, or
Do you think we should
revert
have them in
some.
the regular interface? Asking for a friend? No.
No, I like this toggle because most often it's trivial, so you didn't want this for everyone.
But when you
So
remove something,
maybe always for deleting. Why are you deleting this statement? Yes. Now I'll say removing pre pre-announcement from 2025 replaced with official intro. There we go. All right. There we go. There's one edit done today. The motto, that one was good. France. Oh, I do have Swedish here, I see now. I'll switch to English. There we go. Located in the administrative territorial entity, Paris the city. Okay, that might work. Location, that's the actual place we were in, the Science Museum.
Is there a warning there?
This? No, these
No,
are my
at next to the property name and number.
Oh no, that's another user script I have. These are the usage in.
Instructions. Okay,
Yes, so
that's nice.
it's I built this myself, so I haven't managed to do something great when we have other languages. So I could use some help on this, but it's good to get it before. All right, here I
Yeah.
got it in the Norwegian.
Yeah, I really like the idea.
Here is where we have the model with the Wikimania connection, part of the series, which I think is kind of standard. So
Yeah.
I think this is good. Main subject, Wikimedia movement. All right. The kind of is true. Point in time, July. Yeah. Start time, 21st, 25th. Organizer. Were there any more listed on the Wikimedia or Wikimania page as organizers? I remember seeing lots of logos. Maybe no, those were the Wikifranca. Who are they?
Exactly.
But they're on here. Let's see.
If
This
you
is the
click on the
Swedish one.
logo.
If I switch to the English, let's see if it's all right. Collaborative group Wikifranca. Meta
Oh.
Wikifranca. All right. I think we should add that.
Yeah.
Let's see if they have a Wikidata item. They should have. We do. All right. Very good. And now we want to have this as being. I'll use this as source.
Yeah.
Or maybe even. Did they remove? Or maybe we have this page. No, these are the people. All right. But I want to have the. All right, we'll use this.
Yeah, exactly. Can you add it with a direct link? It was a header.
I think there was. Let's see if I can get to it. So I think it should be just organizers.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
There, and I'll
Until someone breaks it.
Retrieved. Yes. All right. Oh. I did it wrong. I did it wrong.
I do the same all the time nowadays.
Yes. So good with the warning, because now we see this should be reference URL, and retrieved should be here as well. And we should remove this and this. All right. Helpful, very helpful. Thank you.
It should give you that warning before you publish.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? Like you're about to do something that we know will give you a warning.
Yeah.
And then we have a lot of participants here added. Some as conference speaker, which is great. Although here it's a little bit tricky with the conflict of interest, even though we don't really have a proper policy on Wikidata. We kind of have an implied in Wikimedia. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to add myself, even though I was a conference speaker. Hint, hint.
Neither would I.
Yeah.
I only edit my own Wikidata item when I need to remove information. That's how far I go.
Yes, that seems like a good idea. But this looks like a start at least.
Yeah.
And then we have 1200. I saw some statements later, 1250. And I think this was actually from before. So this was planned. But I haven't found the source saying 1250 other than in the Telegram channels. And that's not a great reference. I guess there will be some summarizing blog afterwards soon with all these stats, how many countries people came from. But I guess
And that
this one
one is
will be
from a big newspaper, so
yes.
should leave
But
it
it
in
also
for
it
now.
was before, so this is how many sold tickets rather than actual people coming.
True.
And then I guess we could add a number of people attending online if we have something, and then qualify that somehow.
That would be nice. Especially when we have it over multiple years. It would be very
Yeah.
interesting to follow.
Yeah.
Depending on location and stuff like that as well.
This one is good. Here we see this one because we saw at the Wikimania site that this one is translated to a lot of languages. Not all full, but at least the start. So it's good to say that this one is in multiple languages. Yeah, this one was used. I also saw Wikimania 26, and also a lot of people just used Wikimania.
Yeah.
Page banner, all right. Commons category. All right. Did you see something that you would like to add here that we don't have from the top of your head? It's fairly well modeled item.
Yeah. Not without like going back and looking through the past events, because as something you pointed out, like it matters that they are similarly modeled.
Yes.
In particularly in case of like, do the instance of differ to some extent or stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Let's just do a quick flip here. So here we didn't have the hybrid event, although
Yeah, we
it
only
was also
had
a hybrid event, kind of.
reoccurring event edition. Was that exact same item?
Yes.
Okay.
We saw it in Swedish first.
Here's a lovely tool ID. What if I could have two events that I know should have similar properties and I could compare them?
But and it doesn't even need to be events. Like you have two items that you think should be similar and just compare
Yes.
them. But
Yes.
like a live diff tool.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a tool idea. I mean, it's kind of, I guess, what do I have the? Maybe I don't have it installed right now. Oh yes, like two taxa. So just to see what you have. There's a gadget which no,
Suggest
that's
properties.
yeah, but that's statistics or
Yeah. I don't want
yeah. So it's
statistics.
not
I
quite
just
the
want to have.
same. No,
I
yeah.
want to take like if you have what are they called when we have a showcase item of some type, and then I might have a showcase item for I do not a glacier,
Yep.
and then I have a bad glacier item, and I want to see like okay, just give me what's missing.
Yeah. All right. I think we have everything from 2025 also on the 2026 items. And
Oh,
we're not missing anything the other way around. So this would be very similar in the diff. So that's consistent, which is great. Now, we talked a little bit earlier about conflict of interest and modeling this well. And before this show, we also talked a little bit about another tool or another Wikibase cloud, which is called Metabase. This is meant to be, imagine meta Wikimedia, but as a Wikibase. So for the community to document everything that the community is doing, but in a Wikibase form. So basically like Meta, but Wikidata Meta.
Why don't we install Wikibase on Meta then?
Well, why? Yes, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying this is already up and running.
Okay.
But I mean, if we get to that point, it would be fairly easy to dump this and pre-fill the other one.
Yeah, but you lose the history and stuff like that, I would guess.
Yeah, maybe. I guess that depends on how you feed it.
Ah, true.
But we do have an item about Wikimania here, so let's see how that one looks.
Oh.
Wikimania 2026. I'm gonna switch here again. I'm still on Swedish. Switch this to English for your convenience and zoom in a little bit, perhaps. Did it? Yes, there we go. And a little bit zoom in. So here it's like, of course, very similar. They do have a little bit stricter data model, which is also very well documented. But it has this, like, you should always have, in the instance of events, say that is this online, in person, or hybrid. It should always be there, which is quite nice to know that as well. Then we have this similar, but here we also see it has parts. Here we have already some items for sessions. So here we can go one step deeper. So, and then we have like, oh, here's a lightning talk. So here, eventually, we will have all the lightning talks, all the speakers, language use, duration, and so forth, and keywords, and maybe topics even, and links. Let's check the poster session. Do we have this individual posters with as uses? Are these?
I would think so.
Yes. So here we even have down to the poster level item, and a link to the document file on Wikimedia Commons. I just feel that then when we are getting enough stuff in here, this one will be pretty useful for finding things. And now is that on the main page? I think that it might be on the main page. There's also another browsing interface for this. So basically makes it easier to look for the things. So you can say, I want all the Wikimania 2026 related things in Wikibase. It will filter that and so forth. There was a session on this on Wikimania, which I highly recommend. That was really good. But this is hosted on the Wikibase cloud, so not on. How would you imagine it would be if it were on Meta? Like on not as on Commons, but it would be like a new namespace for the Wikibase things.
Yeah, just like on Wikidata, where there is an item namespace.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Yes, there is an item namespace, but we make it the main
The
namespace
default
and
one,
hide
yeah.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So it could just be the item namespace. Yes. All right. Do you have anything you want to edit in the last minutes? Did you see something?
I don't think so. I have like been editing by proxy here, I feel like.
Yes. All right. Should we call it a day then?
I think so.
All right. So we have been inspired during Wikimania to come back and do some more streaming. Maybe we'll do one already next week. But otherwise, I think we will try to get back to our schedule on every second, but there might be a bonus one here. And I think that might be it for today.
Yeah.
Happy
Until
editing.
next time.
Yes.
Happy editing.